Just one last note. Just one last note. Just one last note. Not one last note. I just want to tell you one last note. And that last note, it is the truth. We have to open up the gateway. We have to open up the gateway with the truth. The truth in your own mind, the knowledge of how you understand, your perception. You do not need to, I'm not sure how to say it, but I believe that the conscience, the awakening is the conscience. It is the rivers or the dams. The dams are coming down that is blocking our consciousness, our universal consciousness, and that will open up to be able to see the light, to not to believe everything that is in front of us, but to want to look a little bit deeper, to be less naive and stop running to get this and that and the other thing, and find more importance in knowledge of knowing what's happening around us. And that is the conscience that is awakening. And the dams, the Queen, the 12th card, the 78 gateway. I didn't finish in the last video, and I do want to show one thing. We stopped at number 7. We went from 7 to 5 to 3 to 1 to 8 to 6 to 4 to 2 to 9. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. Now, I don't think I got this right, but maybe I did. So this is the way we go. And after I, okay, it is J. But when you get to J, it is 7 again. It begins with 7, ends with 9, and begins with 7 again. There's a whole story going on. So this is what happens at the 7th gate. The electric creation of 1 in the heavens of the half-life. So now we get to the delta angle. And this one over here comes 642. This is your 676 in gematria. I don't know the equation for this yet. This is the first time I'm looking at it this way. But there is a design that goes along with this, and this is counting by 7s. Now, the same thing happens when you count by 2s. Now, my question is, should I go 2, 4, 6, 8? Well, I'll do it like this. 2, 4, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. So it ends with 7-2. It begins with 7-2, and we reach the fox, win big red in Jupiter. We win big red in Jupiter. Creation comes in F. Venus comes in the E world. D and E, where the sun comes in, the sun pass, comes in the E world, and we get 6 and 3 rotation. When you have 3, you automatically have 1 and 2 that comes together. It's a package deal. Okay, and this is where love comes in, where 7 and 6 comes in. It's love because LOVE is 3, 6, 4, 5, 3, 6, 4, 5. The 6 and the 7 come together, which is 13. This is freedom because of the mathematics. And then we get H in the heavens of birth, and birth is Jupiter, and the roadway is 66. The reverse of that in the cube is 11, and all creation comes from that. And then you're back to 7 and 2 again. So they're all telling you a numbered story. Okay, and that's really the length of this video. I'm going to read comments. And wet hair, Warner, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Coming soon to a river near you, right? Coming soon to a river near you. It's just really weird, eh? It's really weird. There was another thing I was designing yesterday, and inside of the design, just want to show you this one design. I mean, I saw it for myself. I'm quite sure you'll see it. It was very easy. Oh, yes. Although you see this like that, right? Why don't you take a look at it another way? 8, 8. And on this one, it's a big 8 and a big 8. But if you turn it this way, it looks like the dot on top of a line, 1, 1, 1, and here's the dot for I. See the one straight line that goes through? Could be the dot on top of it. A W should have 2 dots on top of it. Letters that can have dots other than J and I. And it's funny that J and I have dots on it. The J is the 10th letter, the I is the 9th letter, and the 19th number is 91 is the spirit. And how do we create 91? Anyways, I don't want to get into any of that. We talked about how number 4 comes together from my last video. I'm going to have to finish this, and I'm going to put the artwork up somewhere where you can find it. And that's basically it. KKK. Oh my God. K is what happens for me. K is what happens. Okay. I'm just going to do it small over here, right? Here's a K and here's a K and over here. So this would be 4 and this would be 6 and this would be 5. So the K, wow, this light is terrible, eh? Wow. It's funny how you point that light, eh? So the K comes in here in number 5 position. I mean, I can do it down this way, right? But I don't do it down. And what happens is because when I go into the 2, 4, 6, 8, everything becomes in half. M is the corner of the building. M is the corner of the building. M and M are the 2 corners of the building. And they have something in common, the 2 corners of the building. This owns, they share this corner unanimously. They share this corner unanimously. So this one gets this side, this one gets this side, and they meet here. They meet here. Anyways, that's it. Raphael 7286 and a constellation of Pegasus. So in this scenario that I showed here, wow, I keep running out of paper. I'm going to redesign this the right. See, this is the right size, and this is not the right size. According to Roulette, I should be designing this way. So you see how much less of an area I'm taking, showing me that this is a fold. This is a separate fold in the paper. And yes, I really wish I understood Messer more. Very important, Levette and Messer. I'm going to try and do this in the next video and explain it. These are also K's coming together. See where that K comes together? Don't forget, what I do want to show is that when the K comes together, and the K that comes together, if I take away the bottom part, it looks like an R. Take off the top. Why did I do that? I forget why. It's either this way or it's this way. It's this way or this way. The 6 cube shows me that. What was I going to design? Wow, I forgot. I'm very sorry for myself. I went off on my own rush. We know about this, what happens here, right? We know about that cube. This is what happens in Roulette. But actually, this is not the good design. Looks like the fox. See the way it looks like the big fox nose? It's trying to understand the design of the big and the small as well. And this one looks like it's, and now it looks like it's going on an angle to a corner. 89 and 52. What is 89 and 18 and 52? I have to look back. When you create the bricks together, here is your 5, and then connected to it, here is your 2. At the same time, here is your H, here is your I. So the H is the 8th letter, the I is the 9th letter, giving you 18. The H and I, 52. So H and I is 89, 52. So what is the 1 and the 8? Well, it's 1 times 8 creates 8. 1 plus 8 creates 9. You're showing the 2-house situation into the creation of Earth's heart. This will create 17. Where is that? 5 times 2, 5 plus 2 equals 10 and 7, 17. Well, so does this one. They both are a replica. So in Venus' creation of the angel to Earth's heart, where everything came to a Q and we must stand, 1 times 8, 1 plus 8 is 8 and 9, 17. And this is the beginning of where Mars and the moons take place. JB texted me on one time and said, is K the only thing you can say? I said, okay. Very funny, because Mars creation is okay. 15 and 11, which is Mars. You can do a lot of things with the ace. You can say it is the passway. You can say it's 5 and 6, which is 11. This is the reverse. This is the total. If you looked at 2 dots, 2 dots equals 2, right? A dot here and a dot here in a separate cube, right? Or you mark down 2 dots as 11. When you mark the 2 dots as 11, I'm trying to look deep into my mind. You also have to remember it's also 88. 1 and 1. Because there's 8 empty spaces here and 8 empty spaces here. 8 and 8 will create your gateway, because 8 plus 8 equals to 16, and 1 plus 6 equals to 7. So that's where your Pegasus opens up your gateway. Seven up. 15, 31, 36, 46, 50. It's a red eye. 14, this will be 19 and 31. 1931. N E P O. Open. O and N is pi. P and E is the cube. The pi and the cube, O and N coming together. This one's 16 and 5, 21 becomes the cube. O and E becomes 20, which is a passage, which is a 19 pass. P and N, 16 and 14 is 30. Creation of the day, 36. This open to the eye. Anyways, this is number 50. Just talking to myself. I'm just looking, I'm looking. Where did we start from? We started from 17. That creates 87, and this is where the dam comes up. The dam comes up, and we end up with 56 and 15 equaling to 71, which recreates itself. 1771 through Q recreates itself. Or if you add it to a single digit, it becomes 62 the God. And if you take these two, they become the 17th letter Q and the 26th letter Z. And now you can find them on the ATM on the number 1. Q and Z on the ATM on number 1. And the total of that is 43, or DC, hot, cold, red, and all kinds of stuff, because everything replicates. And then it turns around again to become 777, because 777 multiplied equals 343, or CDC. Who? CDC. Who? CDC, I said. All these things need to be mentioned to keep the rivers open, to keep the flow of whatever information network is coming in. We can break that flow by stretching out and finding the truth into everything, letting it flow with the truth. The truth will break the dams, because they'll have, it's like the immune system. You have to keep away the truth, or the dams will open, seeing that the truth is not there. It'll break the waves, because the matrix, but computers were made to be like humans, and they want to know the truth as much as anybody else, and they're programmed. And they're also programmed to watch out for cheats. So if they're watching out for cheats, they don't know who you are. They're watching out for all the cheats. And it's only human beings' energy that if they do use the matrix as a reality in the movie films, as a reality, then it has to work the continuous, that the flow of the river has to continue and not always bypassed. And it's bypassed because we're letting it bypass. by believing and accepting everything that is out there, knowing it for the truth. But according to the truth and the natural knowledge of the creation of the pre-edited creation, it already knows whether it's a truth or a lie, because you cannot hide any action, any wind that blew, someone that spoke, an animal that moves. If you're playing a game, that game knows everything that happened, and it can give you the play-by-play replay of the coordinate space of this planet. Pick any coordinate space of this planet prior to creation. It knows everything that's going on. It's in your computer. It tells you in your computer. If you go back in history, it tells you everything. And you can't delete anything on this planet. Can be deleted. But if this was a movie and it was taken, somebody saw it, somebody is constantly watching 24 hours a day through the molecules of creation. I say the molecules of creation because I don't know what it is. I just know that wherever I go, I know. I know. So if I know, and my conscience is in the cloud, and your conscience is in the cloud, and anybody that doesn't want to forget and says something is the conscience in the cloud, then who holds the cloud on the other side of the rainbow? And if this was a recreated earth through somebody's creation and it was taken away and we were split cells, irrelevant to that fact, that everything continues on to the same matrix because we're breathing. It's just a continuation. We're on the other side of the boat, on the other side of the blue and red and white magnet that holds us down, that blocks the dams to the rivers of the flow of the information network that can never be stopped. And we don't need cables for this because it's in the air, my friends. It's in the air. And then again, I can be off my rocker, and this can be the complete matrix. And the only way to do this is on the other side when you get out. Right now you suffer, but I don't believe that. I don't believe it was built that way. I don't believe the creator of something that needs to last for eternity, for the bubble of area space and coordinate space to stay occupied and open so that anything can exist in it. Because if you collapse area of space, no one can survive unless this area of space that we're living in is just a TV show. And when you go, you just wake up as Alice in Wonderland, Sleeping Beauty. I don't know. But that's what I see. That's what I understand. Two sides to this planet. Where's that one picture? Where's that one picture? One picture before I let this go. I don't know. I'm always looking at this, first of all, these two things. Drop it. Anyways, I can't find the picture. I will show you. Oh, here it is. Here it is. This is, it's on the page right here. I don't know if you can see it right here. This is one side. Here's your dice, your first dice. Here's your second dice. Two different sides, two different worlds. This can be found. If you take a look at the stop sign, it can be found there. It can be found in Asian money. It can also be found, if you want two straps, you can create the hexagon from it. You can put a square in the center of the two squares where the passage is from one side to the other. If you turn it, it looks like a stack. It can look like the number 8. If it was drawn properly, it's a number 8 this way. I'm just trying to think. So if you had the 7th gate, you'd just be going from this side to this side. The 8 and 9 are the two sides. See, I never finished with that part. The 8 and the 9. The 9 is the birth coming in with the spirit, coming in with that, let's say, the connection to the cloud, okay, into this world. It's actually the 6 because the other side of the 1 is coming into this world as the 6 through the 7th gate. It's the only true light. So when you come onto this side, you come out the 9th birth. You get flipped. You actually, let's not take it. You come out the 9th birth. That's true. So the heaven and the birth is Your heaven is your birth in the heaven. Birth in 88, birth in the heaven with the blue and the red, with the hot and the cold. You're 889, 898. And I'm just trying to think. And you pass through that seventh gate, and the cube comes with you. 1 through 6 is your 21 cube, and it's your alpha beta creation that creates the 21 cube. But you use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. When you add it equals to 21. But really, in reality, we only have to live at 11. It's only 6 and 5. That's it. We go this way, or this way, or this way, or this way. We can go any way we want with this and any way we want with this. It's the two passages. We got this, we got 4. All we need is the 4. The other one is up and down. So if I put the 6 down, I got the 5 all around with the 2. If I put the 5 down, I got the 6, 10, 11, 14. 6, it's actually 6 and 1 is the only 7, and the 4 and the 3 is a 5. We have 12 all around. Do you know why? Because they're different. Gotta feed them chickens. A storm is brewing up. JB texted me one time and said, okay, I know. Okay, I see that. So I came in here to mention about the separation, the two sides, and your magnets pull back because are you living on this side or this side? Or if I continue to create more of these, what will be created over here? How much area space do I have to use over here? Remember how the area space, there are 2 configurants of areas, 3 configurants of area space or more. One of the configurants is this, size number 1. The other is this, size number 2. The other is this, in which can be engulfed by this. So when we create this singular, this is a singular. This is 1 to 1. This is 2 and 2. This is a 4. This is a 1. So if you want to know where 2 and 2 comes from, 1 by 1 comes from, why 4? What do all the numbers mean? Where are we going to use them? In which context are we going to use them? This is an 8. So if we're using an 8, we're automatically talking about that minimum. That is, where did that go? Okay, that's my 8. Then there's all kinds of sections in here. 4, there's mathematics in here, inside, outside. So, and then there's the next one, which is this one, living inside that one. And then this one can never have, it can never, how can I say that? It can never have anything other than this. So when you're looking at a deck of cards, this is the way it has to look. This is an obligation. I'm going to see if I can, why is that light so bad? I don't get it. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can fix the light any other way. Okay, where was I? Okay, now this is an obligation. Now, obviously, this is the cube, and this is the card. Now, why did I have to design it this way? This was an obligation design. Does anybody know why? Happy Mom's Day, Dharma. Okay, now I'm going to tell you why. Because, do you see this line here? You see this line here? I cannot, if I do it here, I have to go from inside to outside. And inside to outside. I have to end up in a corner somewhere. So this is the only way to draw it. So this one becomes the card. Now we know what the card angles are, and this one becomes the cube. We used up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's the most dots we can use in the, did I get, hold on a second. No, I did something wrong here. Oh yeah, I'm just counting the boxes. I'm counting the whole boxes. There are 7 whole boxes. The relationship to this on the smallest size I can make is equal to the 2 card. And it's equal to the 2 card, okay? Because the only, first of all, I don't know if I should make it this small because I don't want to use it. Based on full squares, that is. I don't like to work on full squares. I like to work with the dot in the center. But based on full squares, I'm going to use, I got to find out why is it like that. Why is it like that? Why is it the 2 card? Could be the ace. Could be the ace. Yes, the minimum size for the ace will create that. Let me do it again. Let me see if I can make it even smaller. Okay, this is the smallest I can make it. Okay, now there's nothing inside, so this is how small the ace can be. And one size bigger, just staying 1 line apart more, and 1 line apart more, and then right above it, and right above it. And that is that size. See, too wide, it's the same design. I don't know if you're seeing the design. Now it's starting to show me depth inside, so it's almost like me going down a couple of levels. Got another building going in over here. So I don't know. I'm just looking to find out where things come from. Anyways, these angles, okay, also the way I think computers work, these angles are telling me about this and this. And when they come together, whether it's like that or they come together like this, it's telling me about the ace. It's telling me about 7, 6, 7, 6, because this is gematria. It's telling me about D, and it's telling me about C. It's also telling me about, when you use this image, it's telling me about separation. Now, I'm not sure what kind of separation. Does anybody know 6 king? Oh, but they didn't tell you 6 king. They said to you Viking. And now we're going to talk all about the ships and the 6 kings, or the 6 king, the earth 6 king, the 6 to king. I'm going to stop it here. Happy Mother's Day to everybody. I didn't really come out here to do a 27-minute video. I came out here to do a 3-minute update on something I forgot to say. Push to open the dams. The deck of cards should probably have less cards than it actually has, just as the 10 Commandments repeat. Thank you for watching this video. Have yourself a fine Sunday. Push for the truth. Work on it. Throw everything else out the door. Even if you hate it, just don't let it make you sick. Thank you for watching this video.